This place is special, Alan.
It's on the bay at San Diego. It's the only place we race on saltwater, and it's different.
First of all, saltwater. You get a lot better bite with saltwater. And all the other offshore boats running out there gives you a little bit of chop. And it can get hairy sometimes.
Really, the only thing that is a challenge is it tears the boat up. The salt water gets on the metal in the engine, and you got to really just keep it clean and make sure it don't tear it up.
It seems sometimes it's hard to get off the starting line straight, you know, because you got a side wind all the time at you. But it's more than manageable.
Here you've got to deal with this crosswind and the other boats that they're doing in the other associations. You got to fight those rollers. It's not a controlled track whatsoever.
That's one of the reasons that here at San Diego, lane choice sometimes is critical. The lane that's closer to the shore seems to be a little bit easier to navigate.
As we look at qualifying, look for Kent Price, qualified third, won this event the last 2 years, but he won't be racing here today. With more on that, let's go down to Terry Boyd.
You know, sometimes in drag boat racing, you have your good days, you have your bad days. Kent Price has had a lot of good days in the last 4 years. He's your current series points leader in the top alcohol hydro. That may change after San Diego. Vicious crash. Tell me about it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when we started out, it felt like it was going to be a hot run. You know, she took a set, and it felt strong. She was pulling hard. I got a good shift out of it, and then just 3/4 track, right in the end zone, she went airborne.
I hear about the 3-hop rule. 2 hops here in San Diego. You got a big third hop because of the tidal change. The tide was going out. The third one was one big, huge hop.
Yeah, we just happened to catch it at the really wrong time. On the second one, I think I had to shoot out because it didn't feel quite right. Then everything went into slow-mo, and it was like inverted and looking down at the water. I go, you know, I'm awful high off the water. It was a strange kind of feeling, but I knew we were in bad trouble. So again, hats off to the crew. You know, the capsule did what it was supposed to do. You know, I mean, it was a pretty wicked crash, pretty gnarly, and you know, other than being a little stiff and sore, I think we're gonna be okay.
It was a very scary moment for the man that won this event the last 2 years in a row. There's a look at the points courtesy of R&L Carriers, but what he said was true. It did its job in terms of safety.
The question now for the rest of the day is, can Mike Fry make a little hay while the sun is shining? There's only one race left in the points championship after this, and Mike Fry, if he can make some ground today, can put himself right back into contention.
Mike Fry will line up alongside Joel Weber. First time he's been out here active in a boat in a long, long time. The boat owned by Bob Pizza. Bob Pizza won this event back in 2006.
That What a Tomato, that's a very good piece of equipment, except there. It went silent just off the holding rope, and Mike Fry is going to go sailing into the final.
Boy, I tell you, Mike Fry's run early on was very sketchy, to say the least. Let's take another look at this one, courtesy of E3 Spark Plugs.
Just after Weber smashes the gas, you see the red boat just dead in the water there. And it took a long time for that boat to get happy. Looked like he pedaled the throttle a time or two, minimum.
Wild ride for Mike Fry, your winner.
Anytime Mike Fry has a smile on his face, you know he just put down a great run and a hard run.
I don't know if it was quick or fast, but it was wiggling and hit a couple of rollers, so I pedaled it, and the only thing we had to do is get down the track, and we'll take it from there, and we'll change some things.
For people at home, what goes through the smiling mind of Mike Fry when that boat starts a-hopping and starts dancing?
Well, first, it's kind of like a little bit of a fun ride, but you got to realize that's really dangerous, and it could be crazy, so you got to just use your head and sometimes put away and say, you know what, this ain't worth it. You know, a win's a win, but sometimes you just got to back off.